Ginny and Cuckoo.
Hello and welcome back to JinnikuTV, where we transform the learning experience into a fun and engaging journey. This video is part of our Adobe Animate Beginner Series. And if you're new here, we highly recommend that you watch our earlier videos in this learning series. In this video, we will continue exploring the world of animation using Adobe Animate. So far, we have introduced you to an extensive list of tools within Adobe Animate. These tools allow you to create stunning graphics and then bring them to life with animation. In the earlier videos, we have laid the foundation of our animation skills, starting with versatile drawing tool, building an in-depth understanding of the timeline, and mastering dynamic motion tween. Now that we have set the stage, let's move forward and put all our knowledge to the test. In the next 3 videos, we will create 3 unique animated scenes, each designed specifically to demonstrate the tools and techniques we have learned so far. You will get hands-on practice bringing together drawing tool, timeline control, motion and classic tween, and much more, giving you the confidence and creativity to animate your own project from scratch. So let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. As we work on this animation, we will carefully analyze the concept for each of our scenes and highlight the tools and techniques that are used to build these animations. Like we mentioned earlier, our goal is to apply the knowledge from this learning series to execute a real-world project. With every video project, the challenge will get a bit difficult. Let's take a moment to look at the animation that we're creating in this video. Alright, there's quite a bit happening here. Pause the video and replay the animation, and as you watch, jot down all the key things that you notice. For this animation, we will transform our hand-drawn sketch into a vibrant animation. Feel free to practice along. Use your own sketch or download the exercise file linked in the description section below. Scan your artwork or take a picture and import that file into Adobe Animate. To import the image, go to File on top menu bar, hover your mouse over Import and then click Import to Stage. Here are the keyboard shortcuts for both Mac and Windows machine. For more information on importing a file, watch our video on importing and organizing assets in this video series. Once your sketch is imported in the program, you can trace over your original lines and refine the details as you go. Let's begin by recreating your artwork digitally. It is recommended to keep your reference image on a separate layer for convenience. Here is our reference image. Let's rename the layer as reference. Convert the reference image to a symbol, then reduce the opacity of the reference layer. Create a new layer for drawing over the reference layer. On a new layer, select the oval tool. The keyboard shortcut is O, and draw a circular face for a flower. Next, use either the brush or the pen tool to draw the petals and the facial expressions. We will add the fill color using the paint bucket tool. For your project, feel free to experiment with the color and shades from the color panel to find the perfect look for your artwork. Now let's move on to create the clouds. We will begin with the oval tool to create the fluffy cloud shape. Then use the selection tool V and subselection tool A to tweak the curves and give them a more natural look. Finally, add the facial details with the help of pencil and brush tool. Use the rectangle and polystar tool to create the main structure of the building and the tower. Add the details like windows and doors using the line and the pen tool. The rectangle and line tool are perfect to create our flag. use the free transform tool to adjust the flag shape for that fun waving effect. You can even refine the edges using the brush or the pencil tool. We will make the round top of the tree using the oval or the brush tool. Use the line or pencil tool for the trunk and branches. Finally, use the selection and subselection tool to refine the shape and add the finishing touch. Let's now use the color swatches and paint bucket tool to fill color to the graphics. And there you have it. Our graphics is created and is ready for animation. However, before we move on to animation, it is important that we take care of our project hygiene. When working with graphics, it is crucial to organize the various elements within your project. Maintain each component on a separate layer. This will help enhance your workflow and provide greater flexibility while editing. Once you finish working on graphics, go back to each layer and convert the elements to symbols. Now it's time to plan our animation. Let's first think about the elements that we need to animate within this scene. We definitely want to add the facial expressions like smile and eye movement to the flower. It will also look realistic if the flower appears like it is swaying with the wind. The cloud can have a floating movement from one end of the scene to another end, and finally, the flag should sway or flap with the breeze. Animating the flower. Let's begin by adding animation to the flower. For the smile and eye movement, you can either use classic or motion tween depending on your preference. We will use classic tween for this practice exercise. Once everything is converted into a symbol, create keyframes and slightly tweak the eye and the mouth on each keyframe to add the blinking and smiling effect. To add animation to the flower as if it is swaying in the wind, you can use classic tween. Apply an alpha fade in and fade out effect using the properties panel to make them appear and disappear smoothly. Animating the clouds. Let's use motion tween this time for the clouds to create that realistic sky animation. Convert the clouds into symbol and add motion tween to show a slow movement. Apply an alpha fade in and fade out effect using the properties panel to make them appear and disappear smoothly. Animating the flag. Convert the flag into a symbol and apply a shape tween to create a smooth waving effect. Use the envelope tool inside the free transform tool to slightly bend the flag on different keyframes. If you are looking for a detailed tutorial on how to work with classic tween, motion tween and shape tween in Adobe Animate, check out the videos in this series. We cover all these three topics step by step. And that's it for this video. We have now created our first animation project. Go ahead and experiment with your own projects. The more you practice, the better you will get at animation. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more tutorials, and let us know in the comments what you want to learn next in Adobe Animate. We would also love to see your projects. Drop a link in the comment section or send us an email. The email address is in the description section. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, happy animating!